Now, we're going to get into other factors as well, because right now we've talked about low income, I guess income having something to do into it. And we talked about some of the cultural, I guess, challenges that we face. There's other factors as well. And this report, it kind of opened my eyes into seeing how it's not just what we would think, not just things that we can control, I guess, that we as students, as parents can control, but then you got to look at the other side and look at the faculty, the teachers, the counselors, the principals, superintendents, and so forth. Now, a report that the Center for American Progress published shows that teachers expect students of color and low-income students to graduate college at lower rates than white students. The report analyzed data from the National Center for Education Statistics longitudinal study. 10th grade teachers were asked to predict which students would graduate from college. Results were tracked from 2002 to 2012. The 10th grade group was nationally representative of the U.S. student population. Now, these are very interesting numbers. The teachers thought that African American students were 47% and Hispanic students were 42% less likely than whites to graduate college. The report states that teachers' low expectations could be due to their awareness of the pitfalls that these minorities face, which makes it more difficult for them to succeed. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to add to that. What they found in this report is that teachers' expectations were more predictive of student success than any other factors, in example, student motivation. 10th graders in the NCES study whose teachers had high expectations were 3 times more likely to graduate college than students whose teachers had poorer expectations. So again, you start to see the impact and the influence that these teachers have on these kids. And to add to that, according to a Rutgers University psychologist who was cited by this report, teacher expectations can perpetuate a self-fulfilling prophecy that makes students more likely to either succeed or fail. But teachers often expect the least from students who could benefit the most from higher expectations. So that's pretty interesting. And I think this is the thing. And I think they try to make kind of an excuse. I'm calling it an excuse.
It's a nice wordplay, honestly. It's a nice wordplay. I think they're kind of sugarcoating it instead of being straightforward. Like, you're broke and you're just not going to... I think it's going based off of your daddy ain't shit, your mama ain't shit, and you ain't going to be shit. That's what they're going based off of. That's what I'm getting off of it.
And I'm with you. And I think that's the sad part about it is these teachers, the excuse they're giving them is like, well, they know the statistics, they know the numbers, they know that they're facing more challenges, and that's why they have lower expectations. But it shouldn't be like that. Now, you, as the teacher, you are the leader. Mm-hmm. And the low graduation rates or the failure of those students is a direct reflection of you and your leadership. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter what the statistics say. It doesn't matter what the challenges are. That should not be any of your concern. Your only concern should be ensuring that all of these students graduate. Mm-hmm. No excuses. Mm-hmm. No excuses.
Yeah. And I think in classrooms, if the student sees how they're being treated, not only by the other students because of their financial status, they pick on them, and if the teachers start treating them the way that the other students are treating them, then I think it just leads to those individuals giving up because of their financial situation, and it's really messed up because everybody has the ability to learn. We just don't all learn the same or at the same pace. I think instead of focusing on students that are doing really, really good in school or getting really, really good grades at math, it's like, you got algebra down, awesome. Let's focus on the kid that doesn't understand algebra, or, reading and writing, and so on and so forth.
Exactly. Everybody has the potential. They all have the potential. It's up to you as a teacher to bring that out.
Exactly. And it kind of goes to that whole abortions thing. Some people are against it due to, oh, well, that could be the next person that cures AIDS. But it's like this kid whose parents can't afford a lot of things, you're giving up on them, and it's like, that's a person. You're thinking of the baby who has not yet been born, and it's the same thing with the student. We're not giving them and showing them that they have the same capability and the same potential to reach all these goals and dreams that they may have.
Exactly. And I agree with you. It's on the teachers to bring that out of the students because they do have the potential. It's within them. It's up to you as a teacher to bring that out. Now, the report also said that students who participate in college prep programs are more likely to graduate college than students that don't. These programs support higher expectations for student success. So again, these prep programs have higher expectations of the kids, and therefore these kids are succeeding because they're put to that higher expectation, higher standards. Now, the U.S. Department of Civil Rights data collection have found that African and Americans and Hispanic students have less access to high-level math, an example, calculus and algebra 2, and science, such as chemistry and physics courses than whites. They are also underrepresented in advanced placement courses and gifted and talented education or GATE programs. Now, Joel Vargas, who's the vice president at Jobs for the Future, says we need to ensure state or local policies don't raise financial barriers for students. So one of the reasonings that he's seeing is a lot of these schools, what they're having the families shoulder a lot of those costs for these courses, these dual credit courses. And that, of course, is going to limit families who are of low income. Another thing that they found is that the information isn't announced correctly. It isn't put out there where people can see it. It's put in a place where people actually have to search for it. So if you're not looking for it, you're not going to find it. And another thing is they're expecting the students and the teachers to initiate this and get them into the program, get themselves into the program, when it should be up to the teachers. The teachers should be the one that are reaching out and engaging the parents and the students about joining them.
Yeah, because the teachers see the students more than the parents do. Like I'm going based off of me growing up, both parents were working. They weren't there. I saw my teacher more, but yet I wasn't taught common courtesy.